Hello, you guys. Welcome to my channel. I'm Miley, and I'm here to give you all a collective message for the week of April 13th through the 19th of 2025. Before we jump right into your reading, I would like for you to know that you have free will to listen to the message that I channel today through the cards, and I hope that regardless of the decision you make, you will make your decision based on your own inner guidance. Because this is a general reading, parts of the channeled message may or may not resonate, so if it does not resonate, release and do not force it to resonate for whatever your life situation may be at the time you are seeing this video. Now that I've said all of that, let's get right into your reading. For your tarot cards, you have the Emperor reversed, the Devil card upright, and the Sun card upright. For starters, you have nothing but major arcana cards to describe your week ahead, and the energies feel very strong and heavy, like something major or important is about to happen. It honestly feels like we are in a midst of a storm, and then after the storm is when we will start to see brighter days ahead, which is what the Sun card is telling me. Another way that I am seeing this, or that I can word this, is that it feels like when someone has had a breakdown before they have had their breakthrough, things are going to get ugly before they get pretty. It's like when we're watching someone who has an enormous unhealthy ego go through an ego death and goes through this process of transforming into this beautiful, pleasant person that no one has met before. It's like we are skipping to the climactic part where the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, and then the process speeds up, and now they are this beautiful butterfly. And it feels like we are naturally going into this transformative process without even realizing that we are going into this transformative process. I'm not seeing anyone fight against this process either. It would be like if someone were to crash out, and in the middle of them crashing out, they caught their own reflection in the mirror and was like, oof, is this what I look like right now? I look kind of crazy. I should probably go sit down somewhere and reflect. And then when they disappear, they do some reflecting, and then when they come back, it's like, I lost my mind for a little bit, but I found it and I'm all good. Um, in the Emperor card, I am seeing someone spiraling out of control. They are taking things too far. They are going way beyond the extreme. It is a bit excessive, and the Devil card is here to feed into that spiraling that this person is experiencing. But it's strange because I'm not seeing the transformative process happening. It's like I'm witnessing them hitting their lowest of low, and then they disappear, and then they come back as a completely different person in the Sun card, which tells me that they went through some sort of changing process. But what that process looked like, I'm unsure. It's very private. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hermit card upright came out later in your reading, because that's what this private process feels like. It's very personal. It's very fragile. The person going through this process could be in a very fragile state, and this could be why they don't want to see, or they don't want to be seen at the moment. Those of you that associate yourself with a religion or some sort of spiritual belief, I'm sensing you connecting to that as a tool to help save yourself from what has been making you feel lost within yourself. In the Sun card, I'm getting that your inner child may also help you through this process, because they want for you to come back home to them. They're saying, don't lose sight of me and where we are headed, which is your higher self. You are going to go through a lot of changes in life, but who you are to your core shouldn't change that much. It's like you are going through a process of removing the weeds that have been growing inside of you, that you haven't addressed, and have been growing inside of you at an uncontrollable rate that now feels out of control, and it's halting the growth process of all the other plants that are growing within you that actually want for you to flourish. I'm getting that the plants need more proper sunlight. You need proper sunlight, and you need to get out of the dark. I'm seeing you kind of embarking on this new journey. The King of Wands upright is now here in your reading, and the King of Swords upright is here as a clarifying card. And I'm hearing someone giving themselves a pep talk saying, I got this, I can do this, meaning that they are feeling ready and prepared to go along this journey, and that is going to ask for a lot of them. But in the end, this person understands that they need to go on this journey to get strong. I'm seeing them trying to build up muscles. They need to pull themselves out of rock bottom. They are determined. They are willing to build up the self-discipline that's needed to push themselves through this transformation. This person is confident that they can do this. They're actually really excited to do this because it's a change that they know they have been needing for a while. They're looking forward to the change because it's different from what they have already known and experienced with life. This person is very stern with themselves. I'm hearing them trying to quiet the negative voices that are trying to put them down and prevent them from prevailing, because they know and understand that these voices have not served them any good in life. So this person wants to give the positive and uplifting voices a chance to shine through, because they haven't had an opportunity, or they haven't been given the space, the platform to do so. And in this person giving the praiseful voice the space they need, this person is feeling the difference within themselves, and they are feeling motivated to continue on with this journey. The Two of Swords upright has shown up in your reading, and this card is honestly giving me the vibes of Kronk from Emperor's New School, how he would always have his angel self on one shoulder and then his devil self on the other shoulder. And so it feels like you're being pulled back and forth between your devil self and your angel self. And every once in a while, you'll listen to the devil voice, or the voice that would typically want for you to feed into old habits or negative patterns, or be disobedient to where you are being called to go in your soul. But for right now, you are really trying your best to listen to that angel voice, or that voice that wants to lead you straight toward your soul's calling so you can grow and get better. And I'm getting that it may be hard and it may be tempting to listen to the negative voice or do what you are physically used to doing. I'm seeing someone doing repetitive patterns because their body is used to doing them. But now you may be in a season where you are trying to break these patterns, and your body and your mind don't like that you are trying to disrupt this pattern, because some of you may find comfort in them, but you know that it's not good for you anymore. So that's why you are trying to break it in the first place. I am sensing a struggle of trying not to give in to what you no longer want to feed. You no longer want to feed this monster. You no longer want to feed this beast, but it's hard to just simply ignore it. It's like at one point it was your friend, or at the very least you considered it a friend, but it eventually turned on you, and now you have to set a stern boundary that you will not tolerate it running amok in your life and potentially destroying what good you have left, whether that good is coming from within or around you. What is it that you think is good to have and keep around you? What is going to help elevate you? What is going to help the flowers within you bloom in a healthy environment? And so you kind of have to ignore this monster or this beast like it's a child that wants attention for bad behavior. And I'm getting that it may hurt you internally to ignore it, but you want for this thing to understand that you do not respond to them when they are in this state that does not listen to reason. They've had their turn, and now it's time for their opposite counterpart to take the stage or take control in your life. And I'm getting that there will be fears that will be faced when you allow the opposite counterpart of the monster or beast to take control, but you are open and you are willing to face these fears if it means that you can witness and experience change. Another major arcana card that has come out in your reading is the Hierophant card upright, and I feel like it's confirming what I've said about some of you choosing to go toward your religion or your spiritual practices, so that way you can seek out the wisdom that you are needing, the guidance that you are needing, that will help to pull you out of your own, for a lack of a better term, darkness. It's like you've fallen into a dark hole and you are trying to find a way out, and the only way out is up. So if you were to look up, you'll notice a small light shining from up above, and you're yelling to see if anyone can hear you to help you get out of this hole that you have fallen into. And with your luck, someone was nearby to hear your call and has the tools you need to help you out of this metaphorical hole you have fallen into. The Knight of Swords reversed is here as a clarifying card for the Hierophant upright, and for me, I'm seeing this as some of you being in a state that may feel like your life is getting out of control, and you are actively trying to make sense of everything and be focused, getting things under control, but on your own, you're either unsuccessful with the progress you are making, or you could be making progress, but it's not moving at the speed you would like for it to move in. It's like you're trying to rush the process, but someone comes along with wisdom and says that this process isn't going to go as quickly as you would like for it to. And this person could be speaking from personal experience, and they have already gone through that process that you are trying to go through right now, or they are speaking from a place where their religion or spiritual practice has given them the knowledge to know situations like these are going to take some time. I am actually getting the visual of someone walking into a place of sanctuary and saying, "Hey, I'm lost," metaphorically speaking. "Do you think you can help me?" And someone who works at this sanctuary responds with yes, or "I'll see what I can do." Because in the Knight of Swords reversed, it feels like your tactic or your strategies for dealing with your issues are not working when you go through this process alone. Your repetitive patterns that are bad habits or addictions in the Devil card upright are not being dealt with in the way that you yourself would like for them to be dealt with. So you seek out sources that will help you to address the issues. I'm hearing someone say, "I got it, I got it, I got it," before they realize that they actually don't got it. Hence why I'm picking up on this energy of seeking help, because you going through the process that you're going through alone isn't as easy as you thought it would be. I am picking up on alienation or being left behind by others, which may be why some of you may try to go through this process of change, because you no longer want to feel alone, or you don't want to get left behind anymore. Pulling another card for your reading, the Nine of Swords upright is telling me that what you have been going through has been taking a toll on you mentally for the most part, and you are wanting to get your mind right, because it feels as though once you get your mind right or get your mind in order, everything else will start to fall into place. It's like your mind is blocking you from a lot of things that you know you can do and achieve. The negative self-beliefs or the negative self-talks creeps up in, and it makes you feel like you are not capable of anything, and in some instances even bedridden or bedbound. You can't get out of bed for whatever reason. I'm seeing someone who is sick and are trying to heal from the inside out, and they want the process to speed up because they feel miserable. But I'm getting that something needs to be purged out from the system in order for you to really see the healing process take place. I mean, Technically, the healing process has already started. You're just not seeing the end results just yet, which is the annoying part for you. That's the part that is making you feel miserable and stressed and anxious because you are wanting to fast forward to the future where you are not going through this process anymore. But you wanting change for yourself, you reaching your breaking point and wanting to do something about the change, like seeking out assistance, is indicating to me that the healing process has just begun. I'm looking at the sun card upright, and for whatever reason, it's telling me that positive vibes are being sent your way and that you can or you will be happy and healthy again in the future, whether the future is the end of the week, the end of the month, the end of the year, or you'll just simply get better at something with time and there is no set date to achieve your goal. You'll just so happen to notice that things are getting better, or you are getting better when time passes and you look back to see how far you have come. But for right now, in this given moment, you are not in the future, you are in the present. And it takes time to grow and see change. Your final tarot card for your reading is the Fool card reversed. And I'm getting this asking to hold yourself accountable vibe from this card because I'm picking up on a lack of maturity, and the universe is calling for you to grow up in a sense. In order to see the change that you want to see, you cannot continue with creating these excuses for yourself that you normally typically would create for an innocent child. In the card reversed, I'm getting that there will be days where you just won't feel like doing anything to achieve your goal, but you have to get up and do what you got to do, regardless of how you feel. I'm getting to persevere. Sometimes motivation won't be enough for you to get through the day. Other times it may simply require self discipline on your part to push through. But I did say at the start of your reading that it seems as though you are open and willing to do this. And that's the positive side of this. You may not get your quick fixes or instant gratification through this process, or this week may be a boring one, but it is a stepping stone week to help push you towards the next week and the week after that. And where you'll be during those weeks will be different from where you are this week, all because you continue to commit to yourself and your goals every day of this week. So release what you can this week that has been holding you back and keeping you from moving forward with the rest of the world. Again, I'm seeing you go through this process and coming out of it a different, better, and maybe even a potentially healed person and rejoining society again after a period of isolation. Moving on from that, now that we are nearing the end of your reading, I would like to give you your oracle card from the Work Your Light Oracle Cards deck for the advice you need to receive or the advice you may need to carry with you for the week of April 13th through the 19th of 2025. And the card that came out for you was the Get Grounded card that says empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. And reading from the guidebook for your card, it says, you are being called to get grounded to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it is all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pulled this card, you are very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are two types of people: those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature, put your hand on a tree, your palms are extensions of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. And for your Work Your Light action, it says do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. And I think that this is a great callback to when I mentioned earlier in your reading how you may need to retreat and gather yourself because you lost yourself for a moment, but you are going to do what you can to get that old version of you back that was centered and in communication with your inner child and your higher self. Ground yourself and tend to the flowers that want to sprout within you and flourish in a healthy environment within you as well. But with that, I think that I'm going to leave your reading here. I hope that the messages within this reading resonated with you. If you would like to, don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe to follow when I next upload. And until then, I hope that you all have a blessed and wonderfully divinely guided day. Goodbye.